Okay, I'm trying to see if this is working. Oh, wait a minute. I see my lips moving. Okay, I just had it in the wrong setting. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go back and so I don't usually use my computer, but I'm using my computer this time. So I'm trying to see how this is going to work, and it looks like it's going to be okay. It looks like I can rock with this. This is cool. All right. So many people know I should have started off with some music. That was my plan, but you know, I was slow to the upchuck. So I guess I won't worry about that. So anyway, most people know that I guess I will find it. Most people know that I am an artist, right? And that I make music, which I'm trying to find one of my songs now. By the time people come in, and I just had it. Here we go. So most people know that I am an artist. Most people have heard my music before, right? Can you feel that music? Y'all remember, I'm on a 31-day challenge, no smoking challenge. So I'm trying to keep myself busy. So this is my way of doing it. So this is one of my songs, Open Doors, but I have an album. And I know y'all probably like, well, people don't really use CDs too much anymore, right? So now I use USBs because everybody has a USB. Let me see if you can see it. Can you see that? That's my album, right? And it is a USB. And it has my whole album on here. And so I go out in the community and I sell these. And if you want one, let me know because I'm selling them for $10. Comes with a cute little thing that you can actually put around your neck like that if you want to, or just keep it in this little bag. So if you want one, just shoot me a message or send $10 to my Cash App with a message, and then email me. I put my email in thing on the move show. I like this because I can actually type, and then I can see what everybody's saying. Because usually I can't see everybody's comments. Oh, okay, so that's with the heart. See, I noticed that y'all do be doing the hearts, right? But when I'm online on my phone, I can't see those hearts. So that's why I be like, why y'all not leaving me no likes? Why y'all not leaving me no hearts? But y'all do. Y'all just use this button. And I can't see that button when I'm on live. I can see that. So that's why I be like, how come y'all not doing live? Now I know I hear the audio now. So anyway, you gotta have faith, baby. You gotta believe. So that's one of my songs. I'm gonna put that on pause. So anyway, but I'm also an author. I write books. I'm a writer. Yes, I'm everything you can think of creatively. I swear to goodness, I feel like only thing I haven't done yet that I always wanted to do was plays. I have not done any plays, but I've done movies. I write books, sing, I write, I tap, I rap. I do a lot of stuff, right? And like I said, if you want some of my music is on YouTube or Spotify or all them other channels. But then I put some music on here that hasn't been released. Like there's some music on here that is not available online. So you got to get my thing to get it. Let me see. Thanks for the review on. Oh my gosh, wasn't that the bomb, Eric? Okay, Eric, hold on. Hold on, Eric. Wait a minute, let me get adjusted here. I'm gonna get to the story time, but let's jump to this. Let's jump to Code and Wendy. You hear me? Let's jump to Code and Wendy. Eric, did you watch season 1? That's what I want to know. Did you watch season 1? Because season 1, I wasn't even expecting it, right? I was completely, look, I wasn't expecting it. I'm sitting here looking at TV and I'm just like, I'm braiding my hair and I'm trying to figure out, like, what can I look at? Because, it takes a long time to braid your hair. And so I saw, it was on, what was it? It wasn't on, all BLK. I didn't see it on that. I saw it on Roku. I think I saw it on Roku. And I'm telling you, Eric, Cold and Windy is the freaking bomb. That is like the bomb. Like that has got to be the new hit series show for 2024 going into 2025. I didn't even catch it in 2023. You lying. You lying. Don't play with me because that ain't even right. Let me see. He said, Eric Lane says, I play Cold Father on the show. I'm on season 2. I was in jail season 1. You lie. Stop playing with me. Are you for real? Are you for real? Are you serious? Don't play with me, Eric Lane. I'm gonna look you up. Let me see. Let me see. Y'all, if that's the truth, and you are part of Cold and Windy show, that series, I know music, I know talent. I have been in the independent industry for a long time. I have my own movies and all that kind of stuff. I know talent. I know when I see something good, and as soon it captured me from the very first episode. From episode 1, I was captured. And if it captures me, I'm not even a TV watcher. I really don't. I'm not a TV person, really. So when I sit down and actually watch something, and it captures me. Remember, she talked to me in jail. Yes, I do remember she talked to you in jail. Yeah, if that's you, I'm one of them people that I'm like, let me see. I'm like Gideon. If that's you, make that turn green. Like, I'm just like, I remember because she was talking about her mom, because her and her mom was about to do that whole little shiesty stuff, and she was trying to find her. No, her mama already did. I think she was looking for her. She was looking for her mama. She was looking for her mama. Her mama then skip camp. She was looking for her mama. That is the hit season. That's the hit show. So for anyone who you have not seen, wow, that you even saw my review. Like, that's saying a lot. Praise the Lord. If you have not seen Cold and Windy, watch the new trailer for season 2. I did. I'm curious. How did you see my review? How did you see my review? I'm curious. Eric Lane, how did you see my review? Are you in my Facebook group? Are you in the Atlanta Music Industry group? Or like, how did you see my review? Or are you just following? You just randomly saw my review? Like how did you find me? That's going to be the hit. That's the hit show for 2024 going into 2025. Just browsing on YouTube. See how Lord will just put you in places you don't even know, and put you in front of people that you would never imagine. So, you tell everybody that I said, Patricia M. Goy said that this is going to be the power of 2024, 2025. I didn't catch it in 2023, and I didn't hear nobody talking about it. But I'm one of the ones, when I find something that I like, I share. So that is definitely, I believe it, because season 1 had me hooked. Season 1 had me hooked. I was hooked from season 1. I was mad because I couldn't find season 2. I'm like, where is season 2? Where is season 2? So for any of you who you don't know who I'm talking about, go and look up Cold, Kold, and then X, and then Wendy. It's talking about 2 female artists, right? two rap or trap artists in Chicago. I guess I had a big love for it. Oh, I know Eric Lane, and I had a big love for it because I used to live in Chicago. I used to live on the west side. I lived on the south side for like a quick second on 79th and Yates when I first got there. Yeah, I was in the hood. And then I went west. I went on the west coast, and then on the west side. I don't know why I said west coast. I was on the west side, and I was on West Jackson Boulevard over there in between. What was that? Cicero and Austin. Like I stayed in that area. I love Chicago. I ain't gonna lie, but it's when I'm seeing all the different names and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Chi-Town. I love Chicago. Chicago just ain't no joke. Don't don't take Chicago for granted. Like, I don't think it was as bad as the media was making it sound when I was living there. But then again, it was bad. It had its times, its moments. And you can't be in Chicago. You got to watch yourself. We're in the city of gangsters. This is the truth. You got to watch yourself. But you know what? I have been in the music. I have been in the independent music industry, Eric Lane, for a very long time, and so I've watched the different artists come up and everything. Oh, you grew up in '69? Okay, okay. So you from Chicago? Yeah. How long? So you grew up in Inglewood? Okay. You probably was living there. Was you? Do you live there now, or you have moved on to different places? Because I used to live there, and I went to New Salem Baptist Church of Chicago. That was on the south side, I think. That was in the hundreds, I think. Um, and during that time, I used to do some events. If you ever heard of Around the World Media, I used to do events for the independent artists. I don't know how long. I don't know if you still live there or how long it's been since you lived there, but when I lived there, that's when I really first started dealing with the underground music and the independent music, and started really pushing independent artists. That's before I started singing. Yes, yes. I also starred in Trapped in the Closet with R. Kelly. I was Twain. Okay, okay. So have you ever heard? Did you ever hear of? Um, During that time, it was Around the World Media. I did the Chicago Summerfest, Chicago Spring Fest, where I had a whole event with Shauna. Do you remember? You may not remember. I don't know. But anyway, I used to live out there. And so the movie or that show caught my interest because of the fact that I've been dealing with independent artists. In fact, the Atlanta music industry, that's in Atlanta music industry, my Facebook group is spelled like this: Atlanta Music with a Z, music industry. It's on Facebook, industry group on Facebook. On Facebook, it is filled with most of them are indie artists. Most of the people, most of the artists are indie artists, and a lot of them are rappers. You know, most of them are indie artists. Yeah. So I've been dealing with them for a while. And so that's why the show really captured my attention. And then the acting is good. It's just good. So congratulations on being a part of a hit series, because I can tell you, if it keeps the same momentum that it had from season one, that's about to be a hit series. That's going to be a hit series that everybody's going to be watching. All they got to do is just share it. All they got to do is just spread the love like I did. You need to tell all the actors, every actor in there needs to be sharing. They need to be promoting. This is why I used to tell the artists that was doing music. They want to go up and do an interview and this and the other, but they don't want to share. They don't want to promote the work. Or they might do something in an independent film, but they don't want to share. That's not how you get the word out. You get the word out because everybody got to share. The actresses, that not just the director, and not just the executive director, and not just the people who are behind the script and all that kind of stuff, but the actors got to share. You know. Oh wow! You said the cast and crew appreciate you. Be blessed. See you on. Oh, I'm gonna be there. I can't wait. I'm gonna be there, Lane. And that's what's up. Okay, I'm gonna tell my son. My son is a big Lil Wayne fan, so I'm gonna tell him. I sure will. Thank you so much for stopping by and let me know. That's it. You just never know who you're gonna meet in life, and you never know who God gonna put you in front of. I would have never guessed that one of the actors from the show that I'm promoting would have reached out to me. That's the bomb. Thank you for even taking the time to reach out to me, because that's the bomb. Make sure y'all share it. Tell y'all people to share. So everybody can be up there. Tell 50 Cent he ain't the only one that can make a hit. He ain't the only one that can have a hit power. Bring them, Chicago. You too, sir. You too. So, you tell that director if they want another hit movie. I got one for them. It's called The Symbol from my book. Yeah. So I'm about to do story time, y'all. So story time. I'm an author. Like I said, I'm an author. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a musician. I'm all them kind of little things. I'm a nurse. I'm a mother, but most of all, I'm a child of God. And most of all, I'm a child of God. So anyway, the Lord blessed me with this book. He blessed me with this book. This book came to me as a dream, right? Back in when was it? It was 2012, actually. This book came to me as a dream in 2012. And there was a minister who I used to go to, because I was in a domestic violence shelter at the time. And so there was a minister who I used to have to go to these weekly meetings, counseling meetings. And she told me one day, she said, God is going to give you a book in a dream. And I was just like, okay, so every week I would go back to, the domestic violence group meeting or whatever. It was a one-on-one. And every time I came, she would say, has God given you the dream yet? And I was like, no, I ain't had the dream yet. And but then one night I did. I had the dream, and the dream was so vivid. It was so real. It was so like it was a lot. And I couldn't believe it was so in your face. So this is so when I woke up from the dream, I immediately started writing what I saw, right? I immediately started writing what I saw. And then I wrote it out. But I held it for 7 years. I held this book for 7 years. And I held the book for 7 years. Because I wasn't sure if it was something that God wanted me to put out. I just wasn't sure. And so, 2019, God said, put it out. So I'm about to read a little bit of it, right? And I actually got a little trailer that I put in there. But it's called The Symbol. This is how I quit smoking. So whatever. And each time that I do it, I try that I come on live, I try to do something different to keep it from, just to keep it rolling. So story time. Get your popcorn. All right. So let me read you the synopsis, right? And I'm trying to read this without stuttering and all that kind of stuff. All right. So Joseph Battle, a registered nurse at Savannah Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia, has secretly loved his fellow colleague and best friend Mary Anderson since middle school. His dream of winning Mary's heart is destroyed when she falls in love and marries the handsome new neurosurgeon, Dr. Devin Sutton. After a nurse at the Savannah Hospital becomes the 12th victim of a serial killer who leaves a symbol on all the victims, Joseph and his father discover that Dr. Sutton has a dark hidden secret, a secret so deadly that it could destroy Mary, her unborn child, and all of humanity. Now, I want you to understand, this came to me as a dream. This literally came to me in a dream. And it came to me in a dream in 2012. I feel now that God was warning through my dream about what was to come in 2020. That's how I feel when he gave me this book. So anyway, but it's a fictional novel. It's not real. However, you know, God speaks to us through dreams a lot of times. And so sometimes he gives us warnings, sometimes he gives us creative ideas, he gives us guidance, all kind of stuff come to you in dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Like don't ever take your dreams for granted, right? And think that God ain't paying attention. So this right here, I'm talking about I saw every scene of this book. It was like a movie. So anyway, that was the synopsis. So I'm going to read this. I'm going to read the prologue. Prelude. But I'm not going to read the whole book, of course, but I'm just going to get you into it. But you can actually get this book on Amazon or anywhere. It's on Amazon. It's on anywhere that you buy books, right? Anyway, prologue. Here we go. Wow, tonight was probably Atlanta and Reb's busiest night in weeks, Peter said as he pulled cash out of the register and counted out 10 crisp $10 bills before handing it to the petite, blonde-haired waitress. I love it. I almost have enough for a down payment on a car, Marcy replied as she recounted the money before neatly folding it and sliding it into the back pocket of her hip-hugging Levi jeans. It's kind of late. Do you need a ride home? Peter asked as he picked up a cloth and began wiping the counter. Nah, I only live a few blocks away. I'll see you tomorrow, Marcy said as she on her way out the door. A gust of warm wind caused Marcy's long curly blonde hair to blow wildly across her face as she began her walk home. She took the same route she'd taken for the last 6 months. Her parents had been so proud when she announced her scholarship to study biochemistry at Georgia State University. Marcy would be the first in 2 generations to earn a college degree. Like most parents, they worried about their only daughter leaving the small town of Decatur, Illinois, and moving to Atlanta all by herself. And let me just say this real quick. Hey, what's going on, Rena? How you doing? You can hear me now, right? You can hear me now, right? You can hear me now, right? Because I know at first you said you couldn't hear me. Okay, I had to go back and I had to change some stuff in my thing. So I'm reading like the like a little bit of this book I wrote called This Can't Be Love. And called The Symbol. And what's funny is one of the actors from the hit, I call it the hit series because that mug is the bomb. It's called Cold and Windy, and the premiere is on August the 8th. But one of the actors in that movie stopped by, which completely blew my mind. I wasn't expecting that. But the movie is based in Chicago. And this book it swings back between Atlanta and Chicago. It really does. So anyway, let me get back to it. Thank you, Marcy, for stopping by if you're still there. Marcy was deep in thought when she heard footsteps pounding the pavement. When she glanced behind her, she saw a tall, dark figure following her. Marcy's heart began pounding like drums against her chest as she began to run through the dark alley. She stumbled a few times when her high heels slipped into the tiny cracks of the concrete pavement. With her apartment building finally in sight, Marcy began frantically searching for her keys at the bottom of her large blue jean purse. As she continued to run toward her building, the words of her mother warning her not to walk around Atlanta alone at night flashed through her mind. She breathed a sigh of relief when her fingers felt the small feather-like key chain. With keys in hand, she quickly walked up the 3 stone steps to the outer door of her apartment building. She wiped the sweat from her forehead with the back of her hand as she opened the screen door. Just as Marcy turned the key in the lock, a hand dressed in black leather covered her mouth, and she was yanked off the front porch. Her eyes were wide with fear as Marcy tried to scream and fight. Her assailant dragged her to a waiting white van. that had just pulled up. As the van door slid open, three dark figures jumped out and helped drag Marcy into the van. One of the attackers slammed the van door shut and then quickly looked around for witnesses before jumping into the front passenger seat. The van sped off into the darkness of the night. Early the next morning, Marcy's naked body was discovered in West Atlanta next to a rusty red dumpster. Two collectors by two garbage collectors. When they turned her corpse over on its back, both men let out a loud gasp at the grotesque sight. Marcy's body was covered in blood. On the upper right side of her face was an empty socket that once housed her right eye. A symbol was carved into her abdomen. One of the garbage collectors ran over to the dumpster and began vomiting, expelling the eggs, bacon, and toast he had just consumed before going to work. The other garbage man quickly pulled out his cell phone and dialed 911. So that's like the prelude. All right, so let's go to chapter 1. I'm probably gonna need a couple chapters because it's fun. Okay, Mary Anderson sped into the entrance of Savannah Hospital parking garage. After snatching a ticket from the garage attendant and tossing it on the dashboard, she whipped her silver 1995 Ford Taurus into her parking spot. She picked up the speeding ticket she had just received moments earlier. Mary frowned as she balled up the thin pink paper, opened her glove compartment, and tossed the ticket inside. She glanced in the rearview mirror and inspected her short, naturally curly afro before grabbing her Winnie the Pooh stethoscope and her Gucci knockoff purse from the front passenger seat. Mary was a biracial African American woman in her late 20s and had a flawless dark brown complexion. She didn't wear a lot of makeup, long synthetic hair, and fake eyelashes like her roommate Lakita. In fact, she hardly ever wore makeup. Mary's natural beauty, toned, athletic shape, and sexy walk always captured the attention of the opposite sex. Mary jumped out of her car and smoothed down her black and red Betty Betty Boop nursing uniform. She quickly locked the car doors, before running the short distance towards the garage elevators. She pushed the rusty elevator button and then checked the time on her pink Minnie Mouse wristwatch, as she watched for the elevator doors to open. It was already 8 in the morning. Mary was 30 minutes late for work. Other employees and patients walked up to the elevator just as the doors were opening. A wide grin splashed across Mary's face as she stepped into the elevator and noticed her RN supervisor and best friend, Joseph Battle, leaning against the back wall of the elevator. He looked like he hadn't slept a bit. His faded green nursing uniform looked like it had seen better days. I see I'm not the only one who's late this morning, Miss Mary giggled. Joseph laughed as he put his hand on his forehead. I should have known not to go out Thursday night. I don't know why I always listen to you guys. Joseph always complained about going out on work nights, but always tagged along whenever Mary and Lakita went out. Huh? Are you talking to me? She stopped me in the middle of my. um. So last night, one of Mary and Lakita's friends had thrown a surprise birthday party for a mutual friend in Spinner's Bar and Grill. They ate, drank, and danced all night. They didn't leave the bar until 1 in the morning. Joseph and Mary had known each other ever since middle school. They first met when Mary's family moved from Mooresville, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia, and began going to his father's church. Joseph was a tall, very handsome 29-year-old man of half Mexican and Caucasian descent. His curly brown hair, baby face, and deep dimples made him look like he'd just graduated from high school. His mother and father had met while his father was working as a missionary in Mexico. They fell in love and married. When Joseph's father decided he wanted to pastor his own church, he brought his pregnant wife back to Atlanta, Georgia. Joseph was their only child and was only 3 years old when his mother was killed in a car accident. Joseph You know, you had just much as you had Joseph, you know you had just much fun as we did. Why are you so worried anyway? Hell, you're the boss on our floor. It's not like management is going to find out. You know they never come up to our floor unless it's an emergency anyway. I guess they're worried the employees might corner them and ask about raises. I mean, it's been 4 years since we had a pay raise. Each year they complain that there's not enough money in the budget, yet they keep adding more and more patients to our assignments. Management better not say anything to me except where's your raise? Except here's your raise. I mean, Mary stated as she began searching in her purse for her dark ruby lipstick. There's a staff meeting this morning to talk about the new doctor that's starting this week. Believe me, they already know I'm late. I probably wouldn't care so much, but that damn Miss Watson and administration is always riding my back. She gets on my nerves. Personally, I think she needs a good screw. They both began laughing as the elevator doors opened to the 10th floor. Joseph and Mary got off the elevator and quickly walked in opposite directions. Mary walked over to the nursing station to relieve the night nurse and get report. Good morning, Miss Tammy. I am so sorry I'm late. Mary apologized as she took a pen and notepad out of her top drawer to take report. Girl, please. You're never on time. In all honesty, I didn't expect you for at least another 15 minutes, Miss Tammy chuckled. I was really trying to be on time today, but I got a speeding ticket from the Riverdale police this morning on the way to work. A speeding ticket? Wow, how fast were you driving? Miss Tammy asked as she shuffled through her paperwork trying to find the notes she had written down for report this morning. The officer claims I was going 55 in a 35, and maybe I was, but hell, they need to concentrate on finding the serial killer who's roaming around Atlanta killing people and plucking out their eyeballs instead of harassing someone about going a few miles over the speed limit. Mary complained with a look of disgust. Yeah, I saw that on the news last night. I pray they find that crazy lunatic. Atlanta just isn't as safe as it used to be. I remember when I was a young girl, people used to sleep with their front doors open. But with all the crime and especially the home invasions, people just can't do that anymore. Miss Tammy stated, shaking her head. Miss Tammy was an African American woman in her late 50s and loved to reminisce about the good old days. Okay, well, let me give you reports so I can go. I have to take my grandbaby to summer camp, Miss Tammy stated when she finally found the paper she was looking for. After receiving a report on all the pediatric patients on the floor, Mary began doing patient rounds. Most of the patients on Mary's floor were children who were recovering from various types of surgeries. Sometimes being a pediatric nurse had its challenges, not so much because of the sick children, but more because of the families. Some of the parents could be very annoying and demanding. They act like their child was the only sick child on the unit, but Mary couldn't really blame them. She knew that if she had children and her child was sick, she probably would act the same way. Mary had been an LPN since she was 19 years old. In high school, Mary had been a very defiant teenager. She never liked school and had no intentions of going to college. After the 100th time of getting caught playing hooky and smoking pot, her parents gave her an ultimatum: either go to Job Corps or be sent to her grandma and grandpa's farm in Alabama. Mary hated going to the farm because it was so boring. Her grandparents would always wake her up in early in the morning to do chores around the farm. The chore she hated most was cleaning the chicken coop. She decided that life on the farm was a far worse punishment, so she opted to go to Job Corps. While in Job Corps, Mary did surprisingly well. She received her GED. And one of her favorite professors encouraged her to take their LPN training program. After Mary graduated, she landed her first job with Civilian Hospital and never left. Mary was completing patient rounds when Joseph walked over to her. Okay, we're about to have a nurses meeting in the conference room in 5 minutes, so please instruct all your PCTs and then report to conference room B. Joseph ordered before walking away. Okay, Mary replied before walking toward the nurse's station. Outside of work, Joseph and Mary were best friends, but Mary never allowed her personal relationship with Joseph to interfere with how she responded to him at work. Mary respected Joseph and found him to be a very knowledgeable and caring nurse, as well as a fair supervisor. After writing out assignment sheets and giving her PCTs their sheet assignments, Mary headed towards the conference room. 60 other nurses from various departments were already seated in the conference room when Mary arrived. As Mary walked to the entrance of the room, she immediately noticed all the new furniture and decorations. The hospital had spent thousands of dollars renovating the hospital. Mary couldn't understand how they could find money to fix the hospital, but couldn't find money in the budget to give nurses a raise. If it wasn't for the fact that she had 10 years with the hospital and had planned to use their intuition reimbursement to pursue her bachelor's in nursing next year, Mary probably would have quit a long time ago. As Mary walked further into the room, she noticed her friend Janet Langford waving at her. She walked over to Janet, took a seat next to her. Janet was an obese Caucasian nurse who wore crazy-looking wigs and made funny snorting sounds when she laughed. So who's the new doctor? Janet whispered. I'm not sure, but I'm wondering when they're going to find a replacement. I was wondering when they were going to find a replacement. They've been short staffed ever since Dr. Marshall died and Dr. Simpson and Dr. Franks left. The other doctors must have started complaining. The nursing staff can complain constantly about staffing shortages and messed up working schedules, and they just ignore us. But let a doctor complain just once, and they run around like rabbits with trying to make changes. Mary whispered. Dr. Marshall's death was so weird. He looked just fine the day before, but the next thing you know, he just dropped dead of a heart attack. Heavens! I think he was only in his mid 30s. Janet whispered. I know. I like Dr. Marshall too. He was so cool. He used to bring donuts and juice for everyone every Friday. I'm going to miss him, Mary whispered, shaking her head. Joseph and a group of administrators walked into the room, followed by a man with a white laboratory jacket. Mary knew immediately that this man was the new doctor. Oh my. If that's the new doctor, he can operate on me anytime. Mary giggled as she watched the new doctor and administrators take a seat. Joseph walked to the podium. I had to do little voice things. Um, okay, let me stop. Wait a minute. Uh, Hello, Frank. I'm sorry. I'm up here reading. I'm not. I've been reading. So let me see. Hi, Rena. I'm doing great. Been a little depressed as smoking was my way of coping, but I'm getting through it day by day. How about you? Oh, Frank, hold on. Let me put that book down for a second. Are you still on here, Frank? You quit smoking? Come on, you could do it. Let me see. Let me see. Frank said, "Hi, Rena. I'm doing great. Been a little depressed as smoking was my way of coping, but I'm getting through it day by day. How about you?" So you came back to so you're quitting smoking too, Frank. That is awesome and amazing. Like you could do it, Frank. You could do it, Frank. Um, and then Rena said, "Well, I'm happy you're doing great. Well, I'll start college after 2 weeks, and TBH, I'm thinking about it, and it's getting me. You got this. I will definitely keep you in prayer." That's what Frank said. And then Rena said, "I appreciate it, Frank. I really needed that." And then she said, "I'll talk later. You can read later. Let's chat now." Oh, she wanted Rena want to talk. All right, Rena. All right. So anyway, they stopped me in the middle of my reading book. I was getting down, y'all. But y'all want to go and get this book. It's really good. It's really, really good. I promise you it is. I always write very compelling books. But I got some people on here who they sound like they need some love. Hold on. Are you still on there or are you gone, Rena? So let me just say this for anybody who is trying to quit smoking and and you have followed because you're trying to quit smoking. So, okay, thank you. I'm glad you're here. And if Frank, and if you're here, let me just say this, right? You got to find things like how you see me getting this book and I'm reading the book. I got my sunflower seeds, and this really helps. Believe it or not, these sunflower seeds, and I got you think I got sunflower seeds for days, because whenever I start to get a desire to smoke, I just pull out some sunflower seeds. I was wondering where. Oh, ain't nothing in there. But sunflower seeds, y'all. Sunflower seeds is a great way, because you what it is from what I understand, the nicotine only stays in your body for like I don't know, 2 days, maybe 2 days, and then after 2 days, it's not the nicotine really that's getting you. It's really, you're like your body withdrawing from the nicotine. But then, even then, after 30 days, I think that the nicotine is not even in your body anymore. I don't even know if it takes 30 days. I don't know how long it takes for the nicotine to flush out of your body, but you're used to the habit, right? You're used to the habit of grabbing something and smoke. You're used to that habit. When you get irritated, you're used to that habit. And so you got to find other things to do whenever that urge comes. And you know what that urge is, right? Whenever that urge comes, go get something. Go get some sunflower seeds, or something to distract your mind, or start doing something. Go get a book, go get a book and start reading. Or better yet, and if you or once you start your own story, go get you a book, get you a notebook, and start, and just start writing, or look up how to do scripts, and start like Final Draft. Let me write this down. If you're somebody who you're interested in like writing scripts, Final Draft. I think it's Final Draft. Let me make sure. I think that's Final Draft. I think that's what I used. It's the let me look on here. I'm almost sure it was Final Draft. Was it Final Draft? It's been so long, y'all. It's been a minute. Yeah, Final Draft. So it's Final Draft. Go and purchase the Final Draft, and start working on your own, creating your own script. You know what I'm saying? Or start working on some music. If you like to sing, start working on some music. Or create a business plan. Start thinking about a business that you like to start. Like, you've got to replace that space, and you got to find something to do to take your mind off of what you would normally do. I will start after 2 weeks at the age of 20. You're still a baby, Rena. 20 is still. I didn't become a nurse until I was 24. Let me see. I got pregnant with my first child at 22, and I went to school. Yeah, I was 24. So you're doing good. Think about it like this: when you go to school. So let's say it takes you 2 to 3 years to get your associates, or to finish all the undergrad. If you're 20 now, in 2 years, let's just say 2 years or three. I don't know. You might take summer off. It might be three, or I don't know, 2.5, whatever. But let's just say 23 at the latest. At 23, you got an associate's degree. And then let's say you decide you want to go on to college, right? To a university. You want to transfer to a 4-year college. So you've already gotten most of that. So you only got another 2 years to do. So we're going 25. 25, you'll have a freaking bachelor's degree. You hear me? And you'll be able to go on and do different things. You're still young. I remember when I was 25. It's like, Lord, has it really been almost 30 years since I was 25? I cannot believe it's been that long, yeah. But the thing is, you just got to find, for you, Frank, just find something to replace, that action. Take a walk, or run, go jogging. When it hits you, immediately do something. For me, I start doing something. I get to writing, or well, no, I ain't been writing really, but I get to doing something. Singing. That's what I've been doing, singing. For you, Rena, this is an exciting time. Don't look at it in a fearful way. Don't look at it like, oh my gosh, I'm about to go to college and I don't know what the people are going to think of me and I don't know I'm going to have to meet new people. Don't look at it like that. Look at it like party over here, party over here. I'm about to go to college. I'm about to have fun. Man, if I could go back to my college years, jeez, those were fun years. And you don't have no kids. I'm guessing. I'm assuming you don't have any children. So these are the fun years. You don't got nobody to take care of but yourself. These are the greatest years. Enjoy your life. You don't have any children. Okay, enjoy your life. Enjoy. This is the fun times. For every day, for every moment, for every second that passes by, you don't get nothing back. So enjoy each moment, each second. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy. That's why I do a lot of pictures and videos and stuff because, and I tell my family that too. I'm the one at the family functions that's always pulling out the camera or something. And they be like, "Oh gosh, she taking pictures again." But once that moment is gone, you don't get it back. So that's why I'm a picture taking person. I like memories. I like memories. Enjoy your life. Read what I wrote first. What you write? Can you talk about like I'm keeping thinking about in the college I will go. I may see some old friends who I consider my friends, but in reality, after all that time, I saw they are not. And I may meet them, but they will graduate this year while I still. Okay, well, if you see them, I mean, don't. If y'all don't speak, then just keep it moving. I mean, or keep it casual. There, you can have so everybody don't have to be on the bus, right? In your personal lifespan and life in your personal space. You can be casual with people. Hey, how you doing? And see them every day. But you don't got to let them into your inner circle. When people show who they are, right? When they show who they are, when they show who they are, take them for face value. Take them for who they said they are. If a person has showed you their shady side, understand that person is probably shady, and then just treat them accordingly. You ain't got to be mean to them. You ain't got to be nasty to them or nothing like that. But they don't got to be in your inner circle. You don't got to tell them what's going on with your life, and you ain't got to go find out what's going on in their life. You ain't got to hang out with them, nothing like that. But when you see them, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. That's what I would say. Don't let nobody, intimidate you or nothing like that. Like, just keep it moving. Is that was that the what you wanted me to read? Was that what you wanted me to read? I'm guessing that was what you wanted. Okay, yeah, yeah. Ignore them. Ignore them. Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, why would you want to give them any of your energy? Why would you? Why? Yeah. You there to take care of your business. You there to learn a trade so you can make money. You don't be worried about other. You're gonna make new friends anyway. You're gonna make new friends, and the people that are not, they're not worthy of being your friend. They just don't even worry about it. You know, it's not my computer. I've never really did it on my computer before, so this is like all new for me. Um, yeah. So I've been on here for. Have I been on here for almost an hour? I didn't even know it. um. So anyway, this is day 14 for me, and you know what I found out? So today is August. So that's August the no, am I doing that right? Does that equal 12? Let me see. Let me make sure I say this is right before I say it. No, it's not because 2024. That's 6. That was 14. Okay, I was thinking something different. Ah, today's the 8th month. So this that so 2, that's 8. Let me go back. That's 8. And plus today is this is 8. Today is 4. Because the 4th is August the 4th. So that's another 8. Okay. It's August 5th. Is it August 5th? Wait a minute. Let me look at my calendar. Is it August 5th? I don't know why I thought it was August the 4th. My woman, today's Sunday. No, it's August 4th. At least my calendar say August 4th. But it wasn't adding up to what I was thinking, so never mind. In my place, we enter a new day. Where are you from? I mean, Rena? Where are you? Are you in the United States? Where are you? Are you or in another country? Like where are you? I don't know. Well, wherever you are, be happy. Enjoy your new life. Going to school, meeting new people, learning new things. Frank, don't stress out about not smoking. Take it one day at a time. Get you some sunflower seeds. You can get them right at the grocery store, gas station, something. And when you start to feel the need to smoke, go get you some sunflower seeds. If you got some issues with high blood pressure or something like that, though, I would encourage you to get the kind that's no sodium, like no salt, because these mugs are salty. However, this is what's been helping me. I have been whenever I feel that urge, I start doing something like how I started, reading, or I start singing, or I do this, I video, or I go and get some. I like these too. This is actually my favorite kind. The wait a minute. No, that's not my favorite kind. I don't know. My daughter brought these red hot. I don't do hot. That's not my favorite kind. These are my favorite kind. But if you like hot stuff, then that's the thing. I just realized that was hot. I don't know why she bought them because I do not like hot stuff. But yeah. But I don't. I like the barbecue kind. Though. These are my favorite right here. You see, it's almost gone. But this is what helps me. You know, I didn't want to, and I'm not. I haven't had any candy. I have not had any cookies, and I haven't had any potato chips. But the only thing I have had is like, stuff like this. But this is what helps me. So if you're someone who, you might got some other thing. You might not be cigarettes for you. It might be weed for you, or it might be crack for you, Lord, or it might be heroin for you, or whatever it is. Those harder drugs, you're probably gonna have to go to a treatment center to help you quit. Harder drugs like heroin, because people who stop heroin cold turkey can go into some really serious withdrawals. And people who are like on fentanyl and stuff like that, you may have to go to a treatment center to help you to get stuff like Suboxone. But even if you go to a treatment center and you get something like Suboxone or methadone or whatever, don't let them give you a prescription and then not give you a stop date or not give you a taper, right? Because the whole point is to get you off of a substance. It's not to get you from being addicted to street drugs and turn you into an addict of prescription drugs. That is not the goal. So when you go to these treatment centers or you go to these doctors or whatever, and they give you stuff like Suboxone or methadone or whatever, and they tell you we're gonna help taper you down off of the fentanyl, we're gonna try to tape you down off the heroin or whatever, just don't let them just give you prescription and with a forever refill, because all they're doing is they're making you an addict of something that's legal. That's the only difference. They're making you an addict of something that you got to get a prescription for. You want something that's going to allow you to taper off. You got to. If you're a drinker and you drink every day, you're not going to be able to stop just cold turkey like that. Your body gonna go through withdrawal depending on how much. Like if you drink a lot of, let's say you drink a liter of liquor a day, and there are people who drink like that. Let's say you drink, a 12-pack every day. You got to have it. And there are people who drink like that. Your body will go through withdrawal, right? If you just quit cold turkey. So a lot of times you have to go to go to the hospital and they'll put you on something like maybe it's called Librium or something like that to help to. Sometimes they do Ativan if it's real bad, but the point is to try to mask or cover up the withdrawals until your body is used to not having that substance. Anything you do a lot of and you quit, your body gonna act a fool when you tell it no. Tell us a story. Tell us a story in your nursing career, and you still that you still. Wait a minute. Rena said, "Tell us a story that happened in your nursing career, and you still don't forget about it." Well, the major one was when my patient died. That was a major one for me. I had another experience. It was, and I was still a younger nurse, and I was doing private duty. I never liked private duty. I don't like being in people's homes like that. I don't like having to stay overnight. I never liked being in people's homes like that. I hated that. But when you're trying to work and make money, you do what you got to do. So I was staying over. I was an overnight nurse for this lady, but she lived with her children, lived with her and her grandchildren, and she had a daughter. The lady, the patient, had a daughter, and the daughter had a baby, probably like 18 months or something like that. And I'm in there, and the daughter takes the baby into the bathroom and starts whooping on the baby. I got so upset because it was like it was like nonstop. She was like, I'm like, how many times is you gonna hit this child? So I went in there and I was just like, if you hit that child again, I'm calling the police on you. That was a major thing for me, I think. I remember, I still remember that, and that was I was in my 20s then. I never liked being in people's homes. And I remember I had another patient one time. I was I was the nurse. It was a husband and wife, and I was the nurse for the husband. But the wife got it twisted, I guess, because I'm African American. Because she thought I was her maid. She was just like, when you come in, if you could please do the dishes. What's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with you doing the dishes. It's your husband. Oh gosh, yeah. Sometimes when you're doing home health, they get it twisted and they start to thinking that you're supposed to be taking care of the whole house. No, I'm supposed to take care of the patient in their immediate area. I ain't got nothing to do with the dishes you left in there from the fried chicken you made last night. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they used to be. Sometimes, the medical field is The medical field is a very um, it's a field that it grabs your heart. It's fulfilling. It's a fulfilling field, um, but it also can be an emotionally draining field. Um, it, if you're somebody who loves taking care of people, being a nurse or being a CNA or whatever is fulfilling because you know that you're making a difference in somebody's life. But sometimes the family takes you for granted. Sometimes the families feel like you're supposed to be doing this, that, or the other, and to the point where they don't even want to help you with their own family member. I used to go into people's homes. This person, your family member weighed 400 pounds. Okay, they big. In fact, that's why you want somebody to help you because you can't do it by yourself. But when we come in there, if it's just one of us, instead of helping us get your big giant family member up on this Hoyer lift, you just be like the Hoyer lift in the corner. And then like, well, can you help? You need my help. You couldn't do it by yourself. Ooh. Oh yeah. The money ain't always worth it. You know. A lot of people during COVID, they lost their life. They was out there trying to help take care of other people's family members and ended up losing their own life because they ended up catching, what was going around or whatever. Like it's not easy. A lot of nurses have caught hepatitis B from taking care of somebody else, caught HIV from taking care of somebody else, accidentally sticking themselves with a needle or whatever, trying to take care of somebody else. The one thing that works me is nursing homes, because the families sometimes they drop their family members off at these nursing homes and they just leave them. I'll never forget. I had there was an older lady. This was in my 20s, right? And I remember she just seemed. It was one day she just seemed so sad, and I was just like, what's wrong? I can't, And she was just like, she said, I never chose to have children, and I only got like some nieces and nephews, and nobody, they don't love me. They never come see me. They never come check on me. And it just hurt my heart, for her. Because there are a lot of family members, a lot of old elderly people in the nursing homes, and their families don't come check on them. Yeah, they don't. They don't come check on them. They don't holidays come and they don't get even a card, and then it's a shortage in nursing homes. It's hard work, it's hard labor in nursing homes, and a lot of times, they're not getting the quality care that they really need to get because there's not enough staff to take care of them. But the family don't even come in. The family could be living right down the street and won't even come in and check on them, won't come feed them, at, dinner on the weekends. They won't do nothing for them. It's just like they just drop them off and forget about them. And that's the sad part to me, about nursing or working in nursing homes. It's just some of the families is good, but a lot of them, they just leave them in there. They're just like, all right then, and they don't even come and check on them. Or if they do come, they come once a year, you know. And for the ones who are still alert and oriented, they be sad. A lot of them sad. That's why they say that a lot of times when people put their family members in nursing homes, the family members don't last long after they put them in a nursing home. And it's because the family members be depressed. And they be even more depressed because the family don't go and check on them or don't go and see them. So they in there in this place, in the room, let's say that they're paralyzed from the leg down or whatever, can't really move like they used to when they had their own place. And they in this room, and let's say they in a room with somebody they don't even like, the roommate is mean as heck, or let's say the roommate they in a room with somebody who family always come see them, but they don't never got nobody to come see them. Yeah, because right, Rena, it is. It's sad. You know, people forget that you're not going. You know, you come into this world as an infant and you leave in old age. It's like you come in and you need somebody to take care of you. And then you get to the adult age, and then when you get older, you need somebody to take care of you. So that's why I always tell people, you better watch how you treat children. You better watch how you treat your children, because them babies ain't gonna stay babies forever. And at some point, yo but ain't gonna be out there dropping like it's hot forever. You're gonna need somebody to take care of you. And you know who you're gonna need? Them same children that you mistreating or you neglecting or or you acting a fool. Them the ones that you gotta depend on to take care of you when you get older in age. So you better do right by these young kids before you find yourself locked up in some nursing home like some of these people that I be seeing and don't know nobody come check on you. Yeah. Nursing homes, that was probably the saddest for me, was working in nursing homes. The most enjoyable for me was when I never worked there as a nurse, but when I was doing my clinicals and I got to watch a woman actually give birth. It's something about watching life come into the world. It made me cry. And it wasn't even my family member. It wasn't even, I didn't even know the lady. I was just doing clinicals, but I happened to be, one in the room when the child, broke through and came, the head came out and the body came out. And it just brought tears to my eyes because I'm like, I just witnessed life enter the world. That was cool. Yes, they do say that. Yeah. Oh, you like OBGYN? Yeah. That's true. The way that you treat people, that's, you know, the way you treat people. Yeah. It'll come back to haunt you. If you don't do people right, if you don't treat people right, you don't treat them kids right when they're young, whatever, that's coming back to you. If you mistreat elderly people, let me tell you, for all you people is out there mistreating the elderly, your butt gonna get old. And karma is real. Let me tell you that. However you treat somebody, it's coming back to you. Yeah. But so I've enjoyed talking to you today. Today is my day 14, Rena, and I'm feeling really good because I have I haven't smoked. So go get my books. I have a few of them. Actually, I have this other one too, but this one, I don't know. This one you're not gonna be able to really find. I need to probably put it back out somewhere. Where I got it listed, they got it for too much money. But this is the one that I did the movie to. This is the one that if you see the movie, This Can't Be Love, that's this one. But this is the one that I was just reading. But I have about 7 or 8. I have about 6, 7 books. 6 or 7. Oh, for real? I'm in a happy place. For the most part. I mean, I still go through my trials and tribulations. I still have my times where I'm like, why, Lord, why me? And I go through all that. But I don't stay in that energy for long. I don't stay in that woe is me depression energy for long. When it comes to me, and I guess that might be a part of the withdrawal, or whatever. I don't know. But when it comes, when that energy enters my atmosphere, I immediately, I get through it. And then when I get through it, I just start praising God because I understand that He is Alpha and Omega, and that if He says a thing, it shall be. And I just help me get past this. I start playing some gospel music, or I shift my attention, I shift my mind, I shift my thought pattern. So whenever you start to feeling depressed, Rena, or you start thinking about or worrying or anything like that, shift your thoughts. Yeah, shift your thoughts. That's what you have to do. You have to shift your thoughts. You have to shift your attention. You have to focus on something else. Just like we have to control our flesh, you have to control your thoughts. You have to control your thoughts. Yeah. So anyway, I'm up off of here, Trina. I mean, Rena. I appreciate you. You just held this whole chat down for me today. I mean, you've been having like a one-on-one conversation. That's cool though. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Look, it's funny. It made me laugh because you came right up in here. You was like, "Listen here, you can read later. Talk to me now." I am gonna start doing some one-on-ones at some point. I'm gonna start doing some one-on-one, just kind of like coaching, because I know sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. They just need somebody to bounce ideas off of. They just need somebody to feed their spirit with some love. So at some point, I'm gonna start doing some one-on-one. At some point, I'm gonna start doing some kind of different little workshops. I'm gonna start doing something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. But anyway, I'm glad that you did enjoy it, and so did I. So have a good evening, y'all. And go watch that. Go watch. It's called Go Watch. If y'all it's called Code. One minute, let me put it in. It's called Code Times Wendy. And it's a new series. It's a new series that comes out. No, it's the second series. I'm sorry. This is called Code and Wendy. The second series comes out. Oh, August 8th. Wait a minute, what's today? Today is August the 4th. Only got 4 days left. It comes out August 8th. And I think they said it comes out on I think it's all BLK, so that must be some kind of streaming platform. But I want to find it because that mug was the bomb. That's like I'm telling you, that's a hit series right there. No doubt about it. That's a hit series. And one of the actors came by. What does he say? I'm about to look him up too. I told him, I said, I'm gonna look you up and see if that's really you. His name is Eric Lane. I'm about to find out if that's really him. But I guess he saw me because he came up here and he said, thanks for the review of Code and Wendy. August 8th is the season premiere. And so I was like, how you find me? And he said that he just was browsing and saw me promoting. So definitely go and watch. And I told him, hey, you better have all them other actors promoting too, because that is going to be the bomb series. That mug is off the chain. So all the actors of Code and Wendy, y'all better be promoting that mug because y'all got a hit show on your hands. No doubt about it. Anyway, good night. See you, Miss Rena. Peace and love to y'all. I'm about to go chill. I've been on here long enough. Want to move unscripted? Signing out. Don't forget to go get my book. I'm an author, y'all. Go look me up. What is somebody? I interviewed somebody one time, and it was just like, I was like, "Who are you, sir?" And he was like, "Google me, baby." Google me, baby. I like that. Peace and love, y'all.